Everyone, welcome to online video tutorials. I, Professor Ningambika G. Meti from Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. I'm here to talk about risk management insurance, which is the subject for 4th SEM MBA Finance Specialization, and the subject code is 18 MBA FM 402. Risk burden of risk refers to the cost or a losses which is incurred on a specific event. Yes, that we call it as burden of risk. Burden of risk refers to the cost, losses, and disabilities one has to bear as a result of being exposed to a given loss or a situation due to some situation it has occurred. The best example is the fire may interrupt business operation lead to a loss of profit. Yes, there was a business going on. Suddenly the fire has caught and the business operation was got delayed, and due to that the loss has been occurred. So these type of things we call it as burden of risk. Okay, so this is the meaning of burden of risk. Coming to the next concept, sources of risk. So what are the different types of different sources of risk? So sources of risk can be classified as five types: production, production risk, marketing risk, financial risk, legal and human risk. So production risk, as the title only says, in the yield of quality variability. So if you are not producing the quality oriented products, again that will become an risk to the organization that may lead to the decrease in the productivity and that lead to the loss of the company. So such type of risk we call it as production risk. Marketing risk, so changes in the price, external condition, sudden changes in the market prices, sudden changes in the price, external market variability. So due to that, that will impact on the business, and the risk also cannot be controllable because it is uncontrollable in nature. Financial, so variability in department, equity capital, ability to meet cash demands. So if you are not able to meet any of the things, so that may lead to the risk also. Legal always talk about the contracts, or it talk about the statutory complaints, liability, business structure. So all together talk about the legal. In general, it is a legal rules and regulation impacting. If you're not following any of the things, that may hamper your business also, that at loss it lead to the risk too. So next one is human, managing people and estate transfers. If you're not able to manage your employees, if your experienced people are leaving the organization, that is also a biggest problem, because experienced people leaves, you will get a new employees and you need to train them, they have to complete the job. Again, it is a long process, tedious process. Yes, sometimes you may not reach the targets and that may lead to the risk also. So these are the different sources of risk. So coming to the next topic, methods of handling risk. How do you handle your risk? This is a very important question. They can ask for 7 and 10 marks. Explain different methods of handling risk. Yes, so the main strategy that you will be working with this are as follows: avoidance, risk control, risk transfer, loss reduction, segregation of exposure, duplication of resources, and self retention. So let us understand one after the other how it has been control. The first one is avoidance. Avoidance always try to avoid few things which is not feasible from your hand. Yes, so this is the most effective risk management strategy, in that by avoiding an activity or a risk that may lead to the chance of losses. So you might have five options. So you need to five options. Among the five, you want to choose one option for the investment. Yes, so you will see which is the better one, and if you feel four are having a losses, try to ignore that and stop investing in that project and invest somewhere where you feel the losses of occurrence or chance of occurrence of losses can be eliminated, and you stop investing in that. Yes, so the key with avoidance is to use it for situation where the activity gonna happen which is dangerous in nature, or forecast what is the risk accompanying. If the risk is there beyond your control, don't invest it. The risks are not acceptable for your organization, make sure you try to ignore those type of an activity. So avoidance in general, we say that this is the most effective method to understand or avoid some activity which is causing a losses and which is cannot be controllable in nature. Okay, that is the first one, avoidance. Coming to the second one, risk control. So this is the process of actually managing the risk, taking proactive steps to reduce the identified risk. Yes, you have identified some risk gonna happen in the future time period. Try to come up with some kind of a backup plan. So in order to control it. Yes, so the process of managing the risk before analyzing it and also after analyzing it, what best remedies you can make it. So what best backup plans you can make it such that you can control it. Yes, so risk control is the most widely used strategy. When combined with the other strategy, it enables activity or operation to work efficiently. So this will make the safety practices or policies in order to come out of it. The best examples are insurance taken by the many companies in order to avoid the risk. Coming to the next one, risk transfer. So this is the proactive process where you will try to transfer your unwanted risk away from your organization to the other person. Yes, so the best examples are your occupiers liability, joint and several liabilities, employees various liabilities. Yes, so all these people are try to come up with an agreement or a contract between two parties in order to transfer something. Yes, if the risk or a profit accompanied because of this project, it can be shared among the parties of the organization. It might be a partnership or it might be a shareholders, stakeholders, etc. Yes, so the best example also be the insurance company purchasing an insurance policy, saying that you know that when you buy a car there might be chance of accident can occur. Yes, so you don't want to take a chance, so you're passing your or you're transferring a risk to the other person. Yes, that is also risk transfer. That insurance company might be act as a other person to pay the losses, in where in return the company people who have purchased the car will be paying the premiums. So this we call it as risk transfer. Coming to the next one, loss reduction. So loss reduction, it is talk about the this is a post loss strategy that is essentially a response plan that addresses what will be done if a loss does occur, what better can be done if loss gonna happen in the future time period. Yes, so you will try to reduce the losses by reduction strategy can effectively use in order to reduce the loss, like using some fire drill or emergency response plans for loss reduction strategies. Yes, if fire catches, fire drill can be made. Yes, to an extent you can reduce the fire catch in the organization. That is the one of the strategy used in the loss reduction. Coming to the next one, segregation of exposure. So this is a strategy used by many of the companies where you can reduce the risk to a limited extent. Yes, some of the examples are segregation of exposure in a school environment includes but are not limited to not allowing computable material to be stored in boiler, etc. So what is it? Exposure says some kind of a expectation might be kept. This might gonna happen in the future time period, right? So by spreading your exposures, by thinking about what loss can happen, you will try to break up your risk into a different category. Yes, so you will try to isolate some certain risk, and the chance of total loss is significantly reduced. Yes, so like while riding a vehicle, you know that if you just accident gonna happen, you just fell off the vehicle, and for that reason you will try to wear the some of the safety measures like knee caps or wearing some what do you call something we call it as wear safety measures, like using some of the sports ways where you can come out of the accident. So that is called as some of the example sports and field trips using female suppress for female students and male suppress for male students, where you can come out of the dangerous things. So that we call it a segregation of exposure. So cash management procedure that requires separate duties for employees, cash receipts and disbursement and audit functioning. So computer system that can operate from different cities, computer backup medium stored offsite in order to segregate the exposure. So if this occurrence might happen, what best can be done? What is the backup plan you can keep it? That talk about the segregation of exposure. Next one we talk about duplication of resources. Yes, so this is very common in many of the company, right? So this strategy involves maintaining a backup facilities or having a contingency plan in place in case unexpected situations interrupt the normal flow of operation. Yes, so while this strategy can involve maintaining the expensive infrastructure, it is an important strategy to consider for certain critical operations for your school board or a event. Yes, so something which gonna happen very serious impact on your business, so you should have something called backup plan. So computer facilities and backup computer data, access to alternate computer equipment if something, if computer crashes or something. Yes, so that's the reason people try to maintain the data in hard two drives, right? One is in personal drive and one is in the official drive. If something goes lost, at least one backup, the duplicated data will help you to come out of the risk. Yes, so this is one of the other type. Last but not the least, the last one we are going to discuss is self retention. So this strategy is applied to manage a risk that are either uninsurable due to high risk factor or for some infrequent losses. Yes, so that can be better managed internally. The best example for this, deductible level of a property insurance policy. Yes, so some amount will be kept as a deductions from the insurance policy. Yes, but you can say that this insurance policy can be retained if something is not happening in the future time period. Yes, so the self retention strategy is most commonly applied to the supplement conventions. So insurance policy contracts by carrying a deductible. So if some losses gonna happen, the deductions can be made. Yes, so a person taking a policy who today and after 1 month he can't go and claim for it. Yes, some deductions will be there, some rules will be there. They need to accept it and work accordingly. Yes, the insurance company give a some coverage for only specific event of activity. Yes, so which can be understandable due to natural calamities and all. We can't consider as a to claim for the insurance policy. Yes, you should accept some of the strategy in order to go for some type of insurance. So these are the different methods of controlling the risk or methods of handling the risk. So this is a very important question, can be asked for the exams. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope many of the topics are clear. If you have any queries, you can post the queries in the comment box. Thank you. Have a very good day.